I really don't want to be the one to ask, but like, really, are you dumb? Hi guys. So this is not about to be a jolly video. If you don't really like rant style videos, I don't recommend this one for you because I'm on 10. I am up to here, okay? So I thought I'd put that preface in. Welcome to my series of why people hate so-and-so. I had a whole other celebrity that I was doing, like I was getting ready to go in with, you know, that whole thing. And unfortunately for me, I don't know why this specific instance has just set me off, but I'm coming for everybody. This is no longer just one celebrity. I'm coming for all celebrities. This is why people hate celebrities. So let's just go ahead and get into it, because when I tell you, I have a lot of feelings, I have a lot of emotions. I'm really, like, genuinely upset because I'm honestly just over it. The whole basis of this video is that just because you are a celebrity and just because you have money does not mean anything. Does not mean you are educated, does not mean that you are smart, does not mean anything at all. Oh my God, you guys don't even understand how annoyed I am. So let's go ahead and get into this makeup and let's go ahead and talk about what we need to talk about. Rolling Loud was this past week and there were a lot of headlining performances. Let's begin with the most noted one that everyone's talking about right now, which is DaBaby. Now, this kind of has like two parts to it because I already wasn't feeling DaBaby about like a whole lot of stuff that he was doing, especially when it came to the Megan Thee Stallion thing. Now, this is the great debate whether you believe Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion. I believe Megan Thee Stallion, point blank, period. That's just what I feel. That is my opinion. I never really liked Tory Lanez to begin with. I've heard so many stories from other people that are on YouTube about Tory Lanez. Yeah, so whatever, I had the whole bias between him and Megan Thee Stallion, you know, because I believe Megan Thee Stallion. Like, that whole stunt he decided to do on Twitter like a couple weeks ago where he was going back and forth with Megan and Party or whatever that man's name is, that whole thing, right? I already had like a side eye on him. Okay, cool. So then he pulls that whole thing where he brings Tory Lanez out right after Megan's set or whatever that thing is. Honestly, I don't keep up with music festivals. I don't keep up with like stuff like that. I don't really care about concerts and all that. So I wasn't that like into it. DaBaby decides that he is going to make a statement, basically like listing off things like, oh, if you weren't this, then put your phone light in the air, and oh, if you do this, then put your phone light in the air.
Today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks, put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas,
lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air.
Let's be real about this.
Yeah, keep it real.
Some of y'all suspect as a mom.
Just ridiculous. Like, so the part that bothers me the most is not even that you have just ridiculously ignorant ideologies on HIV and all that stuff, but the simple fact that you literally, like, this has nothing to do with anything. Why did you say that? Like, oh my God, I was just like, why would you even say something like that? That had nothing to do with your song. It had nothing to do with anything. It added nothing. You were not making a political statement. You weren't doing anything, you know? So what was the point of that? That's what gets me this entire time. Jesus. Obviously, he got a lot of backlash for it. And for the first two responses, he wasn't doubling down. The first one, he said he was basically like saying that the media took it the wrong way.
He's talking about how the internet and twisted up my word. Me and all my fans at the show, the gay ones and the straight ones, we turned up.
Then the second time he addressed it, he was saying that, like, he's basically standing by what he said because he didn't mean it with any type of malice or harm. Then this third time now he's apologizing if what he said was insensitive. I love that. It's like, what I said, it wasn't wrong, it wasn't offensive, it was just insensitive. Okay. So then Dua Lipa decided to basically make a statement. A lot of people are saying that her fans harassed her into making that statement, but basically she denounced DaBaby and saying that she does not stand by what he said. Now, this is the part that really gets me. This is what got me mad. To be honest, this is what got me mad. This is what got me so hype. So, I don't know if you guys know this Instagram account. He's always commenting on really controversial topics on the Shade Room. And he's always like, oh, he's innocent or she's innocent. It's basically men. He's always like, he's innocent. And so I saw this. He was basically saying that Dua Lipa is a culture vulture because when it was time like that she wanted to be with a rap like artist, that's when she liked DaBaby. And then now that he's in hot water, now she's gonna denounce him as whatever. What does one have to do with the other? I don't know Dua Lipa. I like her, you know, music or whatever, but I don't know her enough as an artist to speak on if she is or not. So if she is a culture vulture, she's known for that and she's done very problematic stuff. I am not defending that because I personally don't know. However, that doesn't have anything to do with what the situation is at hand. In this specific situation, her denouncing her association with DaBaby because he said really ignorant and problematic stuff has nothing to do with being a culture vulture. That makes no sense. And he was being called out for that. And everybody's like, oh my God, no, that he's right. The people that were agreeing with him were like, oh, he's right. Like, she is a culture vulture. Whether she is or whether she isn't, that has nothing to do with what the situation we're talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Then he goes to basically say like, oh, I'm human. And if you're gonna deal with me, you need to understand, like, if brands are gonna drop me or whatever, like, you just need to know that I'm human or whatever. I don't know if this is just me. I don't know. But if you've watched my problematic Get Ready With Me, that video where I was talking about Dannileigh, it all makes sense. It full circle all makes sense to me as to why that girl thought it was okay to do and say the things that she has done and said, because you're with a guy who does and says things that he does and says. So and it just brought me to this whole conversation about, like, celebrities truly and honestly believe that just because they're rich and famous, that means that they aren't dumb. That's the best way that I can put it. And this is really the start of a bigger conversation when it comes to celebrities, because I'm really just over it. Before I get started, I do want to note that a lot of my pop culture references do, like, reference the urban hip hop community, because that's what I follow. I follow more of the things that you would see on the Shade Room. So I'm not coming, I don't want it to feel as if I'm coming for the Black community specifically, or Black artists or Black men. I don't want that to be at all perceived because I'm talking about these men, and specifically these men, or like these women that I'm going to talk about. I don't want it to come across that way, because that's not where I'm coming from at all. It is just what I watch and what I see, and this is what my interests are in. So I don't have a lot of references. Like I said, like I couldn't tell you anything about Dua Lipa because I don't listen to her music and I don't keep up with her, and I don't keep up with pop artists and things like that. So I also don't want it to I don't want it to come out in a way that I'm like coming for a certain community based off my opinions. I'm just giving these opinions because this is where my interests are, and this is where the media that I follow and stuff, that's how I get this information. So I also wanted to preface that with that. But back to what I was talking about. This opened up a wider conversation that I am just so sick and tired, because there's just so many problematic things that celebrities do, right? They go about their life doing so many problematic things, and they feel just because they have money, their only thing, it's kind of like, you know, when you get in a fight with somebody and you're just spitting facts, like when you're having an argument with somebody and you're just saying the truth, like, and they don't have anything else to say. They have nothing else to contribute to the conversation. So what do they start doing? That's why you're ugly. That's why you're fat. That's why you're skinny. That's why you're this. You know, it has nothing to do with the conversation, but you're just, because you're losing the argument, you want to say something. And I feel like celebrities are notorious for doing that. Anytime they get called out, anytime there's any sort of backlash, it's always, but I got money though. Oh, okay. But you can sit there and do that, but I'm still sitting in my Benz. I'm still sitting in my Lamborghini. While you're talking at home in your suburban house, I'm sitting in my mansion. It's like, okay, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that you're a terrible person. Jeffree Star, like, hello. No, like, it's so annoying. And you know who does that a lot? Ari. What's it called? I guess now Moneybag's girlfriend. But she is, oh my God, notorious for doing stuff like that. You get called out on terrible behavior, and the only thing that you can say is, okay, but I get money. Like, I'm a millionaire. Y'all are poor and I'm rich. You're still a bad person. So that's what like got me like really hype, because I keep seeing his responses to this and they're just completely just tone deaf and dumb, because now he's trying to make it seem as if like the media is attacking him because he is who he is. And that's why I don't like Tory Lanez, because he does the same thing. You are acting as if the media is solely attacking you because you are a rapper who, he's not up and coming. Like, he's pretty, like, I'm not going to say established, but, like, you know, it's like, oh, these people are just trying to prey on my downfall. Like, oh, my God, they're coming for me because they see I'm winning. It's like, no, you came for a community unprovoked and you said horrendous things. What makes you think that people are not going to give you backlash for it? It's the same thing. The second thing that came to my mind when I saw this was the whole Boosie situation. You are a main culprit. I cannot stand Lil Boosie. I cannot stand T.I. I cannot stand Waka Flocka, because they are the same people that just spew out hate. And then anytime they are faced with any bit of backlash, it's because, oh, people are praying for my downfall. People just want to see me lose. No, it is because you say completely problematic things to people unprovoked. Like, so boom, right? The Lil Boosie thing. When the Dwayne Wade, when he basically came out in support of his transgender daughter, I don't know how you say it, Zaya, I don't know. But when he came out and he basically was just like, I don't even think it was like coming out. He was just publicly supporting his daughter's decision. Like, that's another situation, whatever. I don't think it was a statement piece. I don't think it was anything. It was a family like portrait, and then the media ran with it. Anyway, when that came out, Lil Boosie decided to say like really foul things.
For real, if he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, don't address him as a woman, dog. He's 12 years old. He's not up there yet. He hasn't made his final decisions yet. Don't cut his dick off, Dwayne Wade, bro.
Aren't you the same man that said that you got a for your 16-year-old son?
I'm training them boys, right? Ask any of my nephew. Ask any of them. Ask my son. Yeah. They were 12, 13. They got hit. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, hell yeah, I got my son up. You fucking right. Yes, a grown woman. Grown, super grown. Super grown. Checked his ass out. Checked all my nephews out. Super grown. Is she grown? She checked me out. I know what the she did to them. She checked me out there. I'm getting them prepared, man.
Like, you want to say all this stuff and you want to be so problematic, but you're the same person that is promoting that you got a for your son's 16th birthday. How is that not like, and you feel like you have the right to tell somebody what they should and shouldn't do for their child when you are actually like facilitating illegal things? Like, oh my God, it is so like, my God. And that's what I'm saying, like, and it's just all from a place of ignorance. Like, Dwayne Wade coming out in support of his transgender daughter, like, why are you guys so hyper fixated on a surgery? Being transgender is completely way more to do than getting a surgery. It has so much to do psychologically. It like, take out physically. It has so much to do psychologically, mentally, emotionally. Why is the only thing you are hyper fixated on is a surgery? That, number one, is none of your business. Whether she was a cisgender girl or a transgender girl, or if she was a cisgendered male, is that right? Either way, right? Whatever it is, you don't need to be worried about somebody else's child's like stuff. Like, how is that not gross to you? Because I'm just like, I don't get why in the world you are so worried about whether or not, like, what somebody else's child, literal child, has going on. That is so, and then it just always goes back to the same thing. Like, just because you have money, you have the right to say and spew out the most ignorant misinformation that you possibly can. It's the same thing with T.I. and that whole issue that happened with his daughter. Like, what is wrong with you? Why is it that you feel the need, like, just to say the things that they say? And I feel like the reason why I feel so strongly about this stuff is because it is so prevalent within like minority communities to think like that. Because it's so, I think the reason why I feel so strongly about this kind of stuff is because I've heard it in my real life. Like, I've heard it in real conversations. People genuinely believe stuff like that. You condone this type of behavior because you don't feel like it aligns with you religiously and whatever. Because, your religious beliefs doesn't align with that. That's fine. You can sit here and have your own religious preferences, and you can feel however it is that you want to feel. But at the end of the day, like, a human is a human, and you don't need to dehumanize somebody to prove your point that you're backing with religion or backing with your opinion. And that's another thing that I cannot stand. It's everybody being like, oh, I have a right to an opinion. I have a right to an opinion. Just because you have a right to say your opinion does not make it any less wrong. In my opinion, the sky looks purple. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, it's not. So, where are you trying to go with that? Oh my God, it's just so annoying. You say the most problematic stuff, and then you think just because you have money, because you have a successful music career, you're okay, like, you're untouchable? No, absolutely not. And it's honestly the same thing. Like, this is a conversation that I've like always had within myself, because it's the same problem that I have with Cardi B. Just because you have money does not make you smart. And I'm like, is that like a realization that a lot of people don't understand? Because let's not even go as far as Cardi B. Let's go to Kim Kardashian. Yes, you are a successful businesswoman, but in real life, like, you're not that smart. You speak in circles. It's same thing with Kylie, because that was another thing, right? When Kylie came out with Kylie's Skin, she was explaining her toner. This was a big pet peeve. And if you go to cosmetology school, if you're a cosmetologist, an esthetician, anyone that knows anything about skincare, you cringed. When she was explaining what her toner does, she says, oh, the toner gets rid of the rest of the makeup. Like, I love this toner because it feels amazing and it gets rid of all the extra makeup that was left on your skin. If you know anything about toner, you would know that that's not the purpose of toner, and you would actually know that you're supposed to make sure your face is cleansed before you put on a toner. A toner isn't like an additive cleanly phase in your skincare routine. But because it's your brand and you're the one, like, you make the money off of it, we're just supposed to be like, oh yeah, that's what toner is. No, that's not it. That's not what it does. And it was the biggest thing for me too, going back to Cardi B. It's like, when the whole elections, not even the elections, let's go before that. Cardi B just constantly saying that she likes politics and she's into politics. You can like politics, you can be into politics, you can be invested in politics. That doesn't mean you know what you're talking about. And it was just so annoying, because I'm just like, you have this platform and I'm really happy that you're using it to spread awareness, but spread awareness, not misinformation. It's just so annoying. And I'm not even like, I'm not talking about like really, controversial issues. I'm just talking about things in general. Just something as small as like the Kylie Skin thing, where it's like, you literally have no idea what you're talking about. Like, you have a skincare brand, you're rich, you're famous, and yet you have no idea what a toner does. Stupid. Then you have someone like Cardi B, where it's like, I know politics, I'm into politics, I watch the news. And it's like, but nothing you say, I'm happy that you like politics and all this stuff, but nothing you say makes sense. Like, when you speak, it makes absolutely no sense. And I am not attacking her vernacular. I'm not talking about, how she pronounces words. Literally what you say, if I typed it out and I looked at it on a Word document, just white paper, black words, it would make absolutely no sense. And I'm just sick of it. I'm so sick of these celebrities thinking that they are just so much smarter than, because they are rich. Like, and so going back to the whole basis of this video of like DaBaby and everything, I'm just like, I really don't understand. Because let's go back to the Dannileigh situation. Let's go back to that because, yeah. So you guys know how she is pregnant, right? You guys know that whole situation where the yellow bonus, that whole thing. When she came out and said she's black, white, Dominican, cool, right? She's a yellow bone because she's 0.25% black, remember? So I just came across her Instagram when they had posted the pictures that she was pregnant. So she had a baby shower in the Dominican Republic with all her family. And that's when she said, oh, all my family was here, something like that. I'll put in the picture. But I thought you were black. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. I'm just like, this whole time when this whole thing happened, you were talking about how you're with a whole chocolate man, which I hate when people refer, like, whatever. You're with a whole chocolate man, and, you know, you didn't mean anything by it because, you know, you're also black. Like, that's what you said. Where? Like, what? Where, ma'am? And it's like, I'm sorry, so sorry, I don't comprehend. I don't get it. But yeah, I peeped that whole Dannileigh thing, and I was just like, oh, how convenient, girl. How convenient. The next thing that I wanted to talk about that I almost forgot when I was listing my people that I can't stand, DaBaby, Lil Boosie, T.I. T.I. is just a whole other, I might make a video on him because he's just the worst. The next one is Sir Waka Flocka. And let me tell you something. I am upset about this one. Because No Hands was my anthem, was my favorite song of life. Anybody in the world that knew me knew that I knew that song forwards, backwards, fast forward, remix, all that. Like, oh my God, that was my song. And to just know that it was made by such an idiot really just bothers me, because he's another one. He makes the most offensive, outrageous, problematic statements about the gay community, right? Right. Look how the world works. There was an episode that came out on their show that she wanted to go to her quinceañera with a girl. Like, she wanted her date to be a girl. And then in the episode, he's just like, oh, yeah, okay, that's what you guys wanted me to talk about? Like, that's why you guys wanted to talk? Like, he's basically acting real nonchalant about it, as if, like, oh, I don't care. Like, why would you think I would have a problem with it? Maybe, sir, it's because of all that craziness and all that backlash that you had beforehand that you're really going to sit here and not even try to acknowledge, because I do believe your wife got a whole lot of that backlash, and you still never doubled down on what you were saying. You said you stood by what you said. To the point that your wife was even having to, like, defend herself, not even you. She had to defend herself on social media, saying, like, yeah, he's my husband, but my views don't reflect his views, and blah, blah, blah. I don't even know what she says, because she's another bird, and ain't got nothing to do with what her husband says. She's just a bird because she is one. But, you know what I mean? I'm just like, isn't that crazy? Isn't that so wild that, oh, because it's your child, it doesn't mean anything? But, oh, and also because she's a girl at that. Because let's not even talk about the hypersexualization of gay women. It's okay, but don't even get me started. Don't even get me started, because I grew up in church and everything, and I know, like, the whole thing. I got it. I'm very well aware of that. What really just sets me off is that at the end of the day, none of this has to do with your religion. It has nothing to do with your opinion. It doesn't have anything to do with preference. It doesn't have anything to do with any of that. At the end of the day, it's about treating people as people. If you're not going to go up as a cisgender woman, if you're not going to go up to another cisgender woman and be like, are you positive? How do you have sex? Huh? If you're not going to do that to another person who is normal, why are you gonna, like, why do you feel like it's okay for you to do that to somebody else? That's the problem that I have with everyone in this world. Treat people like people. If you're not gonna sit there and do that to one group of people, don't sit there and do that to another. all of our problems would be solved. All of our problems would be solved. We just all minded our business. But that's a whole other issue. But it's just like, notice how if we just treated people as people, none of this mattered. Isn't that crazy? So it's just like, it's the same thing with all these rappers and like this whole baby situation. People were there for the music. People were there to listen to you perform, to watch you perform. No one was there on like some Socratic seminar about the rise in. No one was there to, like, you know what I mean? So like, why did you even do that? Why would you even impose your opinion on something like that? That's once again what I'm saying. Like, okay, fine, you want to have your opinion. I can't sit here and say, you know, I can't force you to change your opinion, whatever. I have my own views on your opinion, obviously. But at the same time, it's just like, why you felt the need to say that for no reason is beyond me. You know what I mean? Because it's just like the Logic, what's his name? The Logic, right? I don't listen to his music. I don't know nothing about that man except for the "Wanna Be Alive" song. That's how I know him. So if you were gonna perform that song and speak on that kind of awareness, that makes sense. If you made a song about how it has impacted your life and you wanted to say that, I guess it'd be more relevant. It's still ignorant, but I guess it'd be more relevant. But to just, what? Stupid. I feel so strongly about that because I don't understand. Like, I kind of miss when celebrities were just faces, to be honest. That's why I don't follow any celebrity. I refuse. Because I just think it's like you like somebody on a TV show and then you go to their Instagram and then you start following them, right? Or you start following them on Twitter and then you see how they are like outside of a TV show and you're just like, so this is how you think, huh? This is how you are. That's cool. It's very disappointing, but okay. It's really annoying. And honestly, the has really shown like where the has shown out when it comes to celebrities, because when I tell you, if you for a second thought celebrities were even a little smart, girl, that went out the window during this pandemic, and it had nothing to do with what's it called, vaccines, masks, nothing. It was just the tone deaf, the entitlement. Like when the whole thing came out about Ellen DeGeneres, right? To me, it's just like simple comprehension. When Katy Perry, when all these celebrities, but Katy Perry was like, I guess the first one, decided to be like, oh, all these allegations are just not true because the person that I met, the person that I encountered and who I was with, she was so sweet to me. She was so this, she was so that. And it's like, I really don't want to be the one to ask, but like, really, are you dumb? Obviously, she's going to be nice to you because you are the guest on her show. You are the guests that are going to bring ratings to her show. Why would she be rude to you? What I'm saying is like, these celebrities are so stupid. Are you that detached? Like, did money, as soon as you hit like $500,000, like your brain cells leave your body and you're just so like, are you okay? Really? Cause what? It's the same thing. Like, I'm telling you, it makes me so angry, because it's just like these celebrities really believe that they are just so smart. They are just these revolutionary people that are just breaking down barriers in society and just changing the game, when in reality it's like, girl, if you don't just sit in that studio and write that song about shaking ass and all that, stay where you need to stay, because oh my God. So I wanted to wrap up this whole video, because I know I was kind of all over the place, very ranty, very passionate, very, you know, all over the place. I did want to finish off this video by saying, like, my channel is a safe space for all the minorities, okay? I feel like there are enough channels, platform, places for, you know, non-minorities to go. And it doesn't even have to do with race, it's just in general. I feel like my channel, what I like about my channel and the people that embody my subscribers and everything, are people that get it. You get the struggle, you get, like, you relate, you understand. And whatever your struggle is, like, whether you are poor, whether you are rich, whether you are black, whether you are white, whether you're Hispanic, like, whatever it is, whatever, you know, sets you aside and gets you, you know, feeling all types of way when you're out in society, I want my channel to embody a safe space. And I just wanted to finish the video just to really reiterate that treat people like people, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I've been getting like quite a few hate comments in reference to like my Kim Kardashian videos and stuff, where it's like, I have enough, and we have enough of society telling us like how we feel is invalidated and all this other stuff. I don't need you coming to my colored person channel to tell me that I shouldn't feel that way. Like, you know what I mean? I hope that's making sense. But I just wanted to let you guys know that this is a safe space for everyone. Like, even if you're not a minority, if you're just like an outcast or whatever your thing is, like, this is a very much safe space. And I intend to keep it that way. So just a disclaimer for the people that feel the need to tell me like ridiculous things, but also to my subscribers to know that, like, you are always loved over here. We love on this side. We love and we mind our business on this side, okay? So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Please don't be problematic. Please be nice to everyone. Unless they try you, then you can do whatever. But anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.